Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Area F1 Director Punita Singhal, your Sergeant at Arms for today's session. Division F warmly welcomes you all for Unveiling the Secrets with Maryam Ganni. By attending this remote event, you agree to the privacy policy of Toastmasters International as well as the remote hosting service in use. Some of your personal information, such as name, image, and any shared messages, may be shared with other meeting participants. Your remote attendance hereby discharges Toastmasters International from all claims, demands, rights, promises, damages, and liabilities arising out of or in connection with the use of distribution of said material, including but not limited to any claims for invasion of privacy, appropriation, or likeness or defamation. To conduct a smooth event, all the attendees are kindly requested to follow the following. First, remain on mute while the speaker. Secondly, in case you have questions for the guests, the Master of Ceremonies will take your questions. Third, chat window will be open. You can shower your love in chat window. Looking forward to an amazing session with our today's guest. And now, before I hand over the stage to our Master of Ceremony, I would like to introduce her to all of you. She is someone who has a magnetic personality and is an exceptional speaker. Professionally, she is stress and anxiety management coach, also an emotional intelligence coach. She worked in media industry for over a decade with Times of India, Viacom 18, and Z Network. She joined Toastmasters in September 2020. She was district finalist in International Speech Contest in District 91, which is for UK and Ireland in the year 21-22. She enjoys attending Toastmasters meeting and has had the privilege of speaking at clubs in World Bank and NASTAQ. She made it to the Fox Story India's list of 100 under 40 last year. She was awarded with a doctorate in meditation practice by World Peace Institute of United Nations. She is also an Udly ambassador. Let us all welcome the Master of Ceremony today, Dr. Gayatri.
Thank you so much, Madam Sergeant at Arms. Let the applause continue. Today is a happy day for everyone in Division F and District 124 for a very simple reason. Why do we need champions in life? Not just in Toastmasters world, but everywhere. We need champions because we need someone to pose that hope for us, to set an ambition, an aspiration that we all would love to chase. Keeping aside all the challenges that we face in our lives, these champions are like a beacon of hope. Hope that maybe someday, just like their story, our story will also be awesome. Today we have one such champion with us here. And today we have so many wonderful guests joining just to take a little hope, a little inspiration, a lot of motivation from our guest speaker today. And to welcome everybody for this event, to unveil the secrets with our guest, I would like to call upon stage immediate past Division F Director, currently serving as Associate Club Growth Director for District 124, someone who has been a beacon of hope for the entire Toastmasters community in the state of Uttar Pradesh. He is one person who just stands up and entire Uttar Pradesh rallies behind him. Oh, what do we need to do? We need to do some event? Perfect. All the area directors, all the club officers of all the clubs, They all stand behind him and they put together Unveil the Secrets with Maryam Ganni. Please help me welcome on stage Associate Club Road Director, Toastmaster Asankhya Vishwamohan.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Deshmukh. Can we have a round of applause for our Masters of Ceremony, Toastmaster Gayatri? Well, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and our honored speaker, Maryam. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and a heartfelt welcome to the session Unveiling the Secrets. It is with immense joy and anticipation that we gather here today to embark on a journey of inspiration, enlightenment, and public speaking excellence. Tonight, we come together as a community driven by a shared passion for the art of public speaking and the power of words. We are privileged to have you all with us, both familiar faces like our district officers, our members, and people who are joining us for the very first time in our Toastmasters fraternity. Your presence adds a special glow to this event. As we delve into the world of public speaking and hear Maryam, followed by the session today, we aim not only to witness her brilliance, but also to ignite the public speaker within each of us. Maryam's journey to becoming the third place winner in the World Championship of Public Speaking last month serves as a testament to the transformative power of communication and the ability of a single voice to touch hearts and inspire minds. And this event, ladies and gentlemen, is a celebration for the pursuit of excellence, growth, and empowerment. It is a platform where we uncover the secrets behind compelling narratives and learn how to use the art of public speaking to connect, engage, and leave a lasting impact on each of us. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be moved, educated, entertained. Be ready to embrace the wisdom that Maryam and a talented team of role players will share with you tonight. And once again, welcome to the Unveiling of Secrets with Maryam Ganni. We are thrilled to have you here, Maryam, and we can't wait to witness the magic that unfolds during this event. Let us make this event an unforgettable chapter in our Toastmasters journey collectively. Thank you all, and let basically commence the session. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asankhya. Whenever somebody wins a contest, they may reach championship, podium finish, finalist, at whatever stage they reach, along with all the people in their lives, they thank this one particular person to ensure that who actually ensured that the contest was organized so well, the contest chair. And today with us, we have one of the senior leaders from Division F, who has served as Division Director in the past, who has served as Associate Club Road Director multiple times. In his career space, he is a leadership coach and a career coach, which he believes is his purpose of life. Currently, he is serving as District 124 Contest Chair. Please help me welcome on stage District 124 Contest Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Tarun Bhargava. Since we are going to listen to World Champion of Public Speaking third place winner, let's hear from the contest chair exactly why everybody present in the room should be participating in the contest, except for the district officers, of course. Please help me welcome on stage. Put your hands together for Distinguished Toastmaster Tarun Bhargava.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Event Chair, and greetings to all my fellow Toastmasters and leaders, and Toastmaster Maryam in particular. Thank you so much for being here. Since this is an event about contest, so let's speak a bit about a bit of why one should participate in a contest. And my belief is that it's not, the biggest thing is not about winning a contest. The biggest thing is about the journey that you have and the experience that you gain with participation. Everything really begins from the participation. So thank you, Gayatri, for emphasizing on that. So speaking of contest, since I'm serving as a district contest chair for District 124, I would like to give some information, some good information to all of our Division F Toastmasters, and also so many guests who've come from other divisions and even other districts. So we've brought in a few incentives, a few utilities for all of us so that we can prepare for this upcoming contest season. We all know we have two contests that are upcoming, the humorous speech contest and the evaluation contest, right? So the first thing that we did was we organized various judges training programs, because that's one of the important pillars of organizing of the contest, right? And all these initiatives were led by our district chief judge, Toastmaster Nusrat. Then we've also been preparing some resources for the clubs to help them both prepare in the planning and organizing side, as well as on the preparation as a contestant. But I would like to use this time to encourage all of you to prepare for these contests in advance. Okay, so my first tip for everybody, especially the club leaders, would be to kindly prepare the dates for the contest. So most of the area contest dates have been finalized. So check with your area directors what dates the area contests are, and then plan your contest. And planning essentially means assigning the contest chair and the chief judge. If these two roles are identified, both of these role players get ample time to prepare for their respective roles and make this contest experience a good one for the participants as well as for the audience and the club members. So in order to value add on this side, we are bringing in two things this time in this year. Okay, so there are two unique things. Number one, our PQD, Distinguished Toastmaster Gaurav Agarwal, has willingly volunteered to arrange training programs for all the area contest winners. And this would be a superior quality trainings for all of the area contest winners before they venture into the division contest. Now, this, from my perspective, is a very good way of helping people who've arrived at that far. Okay, and then the second utility that we brought in, which is again a unique concept, and that we are proposing as a concept of a buddy club. So what exactly is a buddy club? What we are encouraging is, because we are suggesting that there should be maximum participation in the contest, so we are suggesting each club identify another club as a buddy club, and when it comes to organizing your club contest, seek help of the buddy club. So let the buddy club organize your club contest, so you are worry free of who the contest chair or chief judge or other role players would be, and then you focus on participating. And similarly, when it comes to the organization of the contest for the buddy club, your club takes the charge. So in this way, you get the exposure of being a contestant and being an organizer at the same time in the season. Now, this is something which will help you learn all the nuances of your experience of contest and learning. And this is how we feel you will grow along with your Toastmasters journey. After all, ROI is an important element. So with that, I wish all the best for this session, and congratulate again and thank again Maryam for coming and joining all of us out here. Thank you, and back to the event chair.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Tarun Bhargava. Now that we know that contests are sorted, now that we know that we are also going to get some special training planned by our program quality director, let us bring on stage our champion. The first time everybody looked at this lady on stage, they were like, oh my God, she is so pretty. And trust me, Maryam, I took a long time to get ready today because I had to share screen with you. The next thing, the moment she starts speaking, everyone is like, I checked her LinkedIn profile. She has written there, legally blind motivational speaker. Definitely not. Maryam, you have given insights to all those people who just thought that they had sight of life. But you managed to give a new insight to everybody. Please welcome to Unveil the Secrets with Maryam Ganni. Maryam, welcome to Division F District 124.
Thank you so much. That was a beautiful introduction. Thank you.
Well, you have been unstoppable according to everything I've seen about you on social media. Maryam, what makes you unstoppable?
I did it and I started doing and having this mindset because I wanted others to do that. I did it because I knew that one day I could maybe, and hopefully set an example for other people to be unstoppable when they face their challenges.
How is it feeling finally after being unstoppable on social media when you have been talking about being unstoppable? Today, when you reached that, became a podium finisher for world champion of public speaking. How is it feeling?
It's you have no idea the mix of emotions that it actually comes with. It's so many emotions at the same time because for a whole year, and it was the first time I was competing, and for a whole year, all I was really hanging on to was just my belief in myself and my belief in my mentor who believed in me and who kept telling me, Maryam, you can do it. You can become a world champion. You can get on the world stage. And it was the first time that someone had believed in me this much. And that's when I joined the club. He kept, he already had that vision. As soon as I joined the club, he said, let's embark on that journey. Let's compete and let's try it out. And the whole year I was focused on that mainly. And I was, every time I wanted to give up, every time I doubted if my speech was good enough, if I was a good enough speaker, if I had enough skills, if I had enough experience, because technically nothing said on paper that I had enough experience, that I was a good enough speaker to get on that stage. So I not ignore kind of the technical and work on it as hard as I could, but ignore the voice that told me it's not enough and just continue going for a whole year. So it feels like a dream. It feels like dreams do come true, and they really do. And it was my vision the whole year. And I just kept, every time I would think 1 second of negativity, I would try to visualize the end result and the feeling that I want at the end. And it's to be able to tell people, you can do it too.
Maryam, can you tell us something about your Toastmasters journey? Like you spoke about on paper, maybe you did not have that experience, but nobody looks at the paper when you go on the stage. Tell us something about your Toastmasters journey.
Yes, you're right. It's true. No one looks at that paper, but you know it and you feel it. And I'd been a speaker for a couple of years, but I was never an international speaker. I never went to speak on big stages. And my journey at Toastmasters was the most special speaking journey that I've had. It really, before I went to Toastmasters, like I mentioned, I was speaking in universities like McGill University here in Montreal, at foundations. I was speaking for people who were blind and had visual impairments, but nothing compares to being with Toastmasters, because when I joined, I thought, wait, what is this? There's a structure, there's roles. I wasn't even understanding what that was. Like, what is a grammarian? What is a timer? Really? So all these things were all new to me. And I think it was so nice because I really got into the Toastmasters world so quickly. I loved the community. I loved being with people and having a club and having people who support each other in the club. I think this is the most beautiful thing. And that really affected me in my journey because it was a space for me to make mistakes. It was a space for me to try the trial and error. It was perfect at the club level. And it's a place where you can really exchange skills. So you see other people's skills, strengths, and weaknesses, and then you see yours, and that's how you learn, because we learn from one another. So to me, my journey at Toastmasters is really, and I knew from the beginning this was going to be a special journey. I knew this was going to propel me to a whole new level, but I had no idea it would be that amazing and that high of a level.
Maryam, how long have you been a Toastmaster? When did you join Toastmasters community?
Yeah, I joined since November of 2021. So first week of November, I would say. And it was the same month that competition was starting, but I couldn't join because I didn't have my two levels for my pathways. But I still did it for fun, the contest, without being eligible to move on to the next level. I did it for fun with no eligibility, no nothing official. And actually all my club members were not eligible to move on, so we all did it for fun at the club, and I won the contest that first time, the first month. It was actually my icebreaker, and we decided with my mentor that we would try the year after. And I also wanted to mention another thing that throughout my journey is the unbelievable connections and friendships that I formed. And one of them is here today, Nancy. I'm excited because she's such a supporter. You know, I met her at the airport coming back from the Bahamas, and now there are Toastmasters all over the world that feel like friends. And I think that's the most amazing benefit that comes out of being with Toastmasters.
Okay, Maryam, since you told us that in your first month as Toastmaster, you participated in the contest. So I'm going to just highlight that portion. And everybody in the room who is looking for an excuse, oh, I'm so new, oh, I don't have it in me. Can you please tell them just go ahead and participate, Maryam? Maybe they'll listen to you.
You know what? I had the same exact excuses. I was telling Scott, my mentor, I said, Scott, who am I? Who am I to speak? Who am I to participate in a contest? Who am I to be good enough? I don't have this. Oh, my story. I don't want people to pity me and my, no, I don't want to talk about that. No, and I kept coming up with so many excuses. And it was the same thing when I first started speaking. It was another person who became my mentor. It was my first ever. That was my professor at McGill University. And it's not just Toastmasters, it's taking the step. That's it. It's just taking the step in speaking in front of an audience. He used to push me. He told me, Maryam, you have a story to tell and you should tell it. And my mentor, Scott, shared this with the other people and other Toastmasters. He said, you don't have to be going blind or have this dramatic thing happen to you to share a story. It can be anything. It could be that one little moment that you had with someone while you were walking down the street that inspired you, that touched your heart. Those moments that touch your heart, if they're not expressed and shared with the world to inspire others, are wasted. So by not participating, by not taking a chance, let's just put it like that, take a chance to give a speech, you're actually depriving the world from seeing your greatness and being inspired by you. So that's the main reason why I would encourage anyone to not only take part of the contest, take a chance to speak, but also be more active in speaking.
Wow. Maryam, you have no idea how much you have motivated everyone. I'm sure we are going to have more participation after this. In the audiences, if anybody has any questions for Maryam, please send your questions to our tech master, our associate club road director, Asanka Vishwamohan. You can send him the questions and he'll bring it forward to us. Maryam, in your life outside Toastmaster, becoming a podium finisher and world championship of public speaking, how has that affected your life outside of Toastmasters in your career space? Especially you work for this particular cause of inclusion and diversity. How has this achievement affected this particular life?
Well, I want to say it affected it in two ways. The first one is I find it, I was laughing because I thought no one knows what Toastmasters is outside of Toastmasters, but they have an idea. Some people say, oh, I've heard of it. Yeah, I know it's something like, for speakers. Some people have really, really no idea what it is. So it's new for me to tell people that, because I didn't even know that there's a contest to become a public speaker, to become a world champion. So when I tell people that, they say, oh, really? There's a contest, you know? Oh, it's affected me in other ways where there have been people who came up to me from organizations with blind members and individuals asking me to speak for them. And that actually put tears in my eyes, because that was my initial purpose, is to really speak in front of people like myself who have gone through challenges, to be able to lift them up and to help them. And here I am today having more opportunities to be able to do that. So it affected me in so many ways outside of Toastmasters. But also one thing that I can share with you, and that applies to every single person. There is no way that by giving speeches, accomplishing even just a next level, accomplishing and finishing a pathways, not just competing, but competing in itself, whether you win or you win, you know, doesn't matter. There's no way that it will not affect your confidence. It will give you more confidence, no matter what the result is. I know it because I felt it from the first month that I joined Toastmasters. And when you progress and you achieve small goals within the club level, within your district, you will see your confidence going up. And I think that's the biggest reward in your personal life outside of Toastmasters.
Wonderful. Maryam, I have one more important question for you, which happens to be one of the cornerstones of Toastmasters' journey. Before that, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our District 124 Program Quality Director, Toastmaster Gaurav Agarwal, District 124 Club Road Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Abha Ori, District 124 Public Relations Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Rohan Nag. They're all here in the room, and they're all listening to this particular question that I'm going to ask you now, because this is one question which affects not just speakers, but also leaders. Tell us about your experience with mentoring in Toastmasters. You mentioned your mentor a couple of times, how your mentor motivated you. Tell us about your experience about overall mentoring in Toastmasters and how it helped you with your journey.
Thank you so much for that question. It's the most important one, in my opinion, because I would not, and I'm not saying it just to say it, and that was actually, I said to myself, if I make it to the first place and I have anything to say for my, you know, when you give your acceptance speech, the only thing I would say is I'm not the one who got me here. It's everyone behind me. It's everyone who supported and helped me. And this means all the mentors, all the coaching, the coaches, all the coaching sessions that I did. So without a mentor, at least one single mentor, I mean, it's not impossible, but I just don't see how anyone can make it anywhere. And that applies not only to speaking, that applies to big stars, to big celebrities, to athletes. Like Michael Jordan had a coach, Mike Tyson had a coach, everybody, even Oprah Winfrey had a coach and a mentor, somebody who guided her. So in my opinion, there's no way I would have made it here without my mentor, because not only was he there when I wanted to doubt myself or give up or say, you know, I'm not going to make it through the district. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. They're not going to video. I made so many mistakes at the district. It's not going to go through. And he was there reminding me, Maryam, why are you doing this? Remember why you're here. Remember who you are. Remember what your talents are. And it's that person who reminds you what you're capable of, but also who paves the way, who shows you, because Scott has been there for, I think, 20 years. So he has the experience. He knows how Toastmasters works. He knows what you're supposed to do. He's seen speakers. He's heard speakers. So the mentor is somebody like a chef in the kitchen. He knows the recipe and he teaches you and he watches you do it in front of him. And then he tastes it and tells you, does not taste good. Let's do it again another 10 times. So that's what a mentor is, really.
We have a question here from Division D Director, Toastmaster Gajendra Khare. The question is, what is the main ingredient of a speech according to which really makes an impact and inspires the masses? You spoke about not, you don't need to go blind when you were talking about it. Can you elaborate a bit on that? What is the main ingredient?
Heart, emotions. That is what creates impact. Because humans, it's, you know, like my mentor said, he always told me, Maryam, speaking is 80% psychology, and only 20% is skills, techniques, and all these things that you can apply in your speech. So it's the emotional intelligence that you apply in your speech. It's how you move your audience, how you connect with them. If you're gonna make them laugh, if you can make them cry, if you can make them feel something with you. And for that, you need to feel it. You need to live it while you're speaking. Even if you're doing it 100 times, you still need to feel it. And this goes back to a genuine story that affected you. It has to be something that really touched you. And I think that emotional intelligence, if it comes out through your speech, that is a winning speech, no matter what. And you can, I think you can really win with little technique, but very high emotional impact. I really believe that can happen, because I think that's how I did it at the district. I mean, I wasn't the best speaker there. I knew that. I could tell people projected their voices like pros. They had like the best radio voices. And when I sat down, I was #1 to speak at district. And I listened to the next ones, and I looked at my friend and I said, oh my goodness, I suck. You know, this was my first reaction, because I said, everyone is so amazing. This is so, but it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with how you make your audience feel. That's the magic ingredient. That really, I think so, really.
I would not argue with that. I feel, Maryam, you really connected with the hearts, which is one of the reasons why over here, an event which is organized in District 124, we are welcoming guests from across the globe, and they came here for you because you connected with their hearts. I would like to acknowledge once again the presence of District 86 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Morvin, World Champion of Public Speaking semi-finalist from District 86, Nikita Winkler. She's also here with us. We have District 121 Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Gokul Menon here. We also have past division directors, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh and Distinguished Toastmaster Ganesh Rawat here. And we also have area directors from District 57, Toastmaster Rifat Hussain here. Maryam, all of these people have joined here because they have heard you speak and they just want to know more about you. I stalked you for the past entire week. I stalked you on LinkedIn, I stalked you on Facebook, I stalked you almost wherever it was possible. The photographs which I saw, they were the photographs of a free spirit. They were photographs of a lady who has no fear at all. Can you tell us something more about what made you such an outgoing person? Because somewhere that has, I believe personally, that somewhere that personality of yours helped you connect with the audience and it helped you become a better speaker. So these help us making our personalities also that kind of like, free souls.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That is a really beautiful compliment. Thank you. And thank you for stalking me. I love it. But I'll tell you something. Ever since I was a child, I loved people. I loved people from all kinds of backgrounds and walks of life. And I remember I used to love speaking with people, connecting. I never stopped. Some people even called me radio. And I remember my first day in school back home in Iraq when I was in first or second grade. That was the last year we were there. So I must have been 7 or 8 years old. And I spoke too much And the nun, which was the teacher at the time, she got so upset because I couldn't stop talking. She pulled my hair, you know, she tugged on my hair because back then it was a normal thing, right? And told me, stop talking. So I remember ever since I was a child, I loved people. And I was also very blessed, very grateful and very blessed that I was able to travel to many places. I traveled a lot. When we came to Canada and got our passports, we were able to travel with my family to go see other sides of my family in Europe. And I had an uncle there. There's always a mentor involved in the story. My uncle was kind of my motivator. He's German, on my mom's sister's husband. And we used to travel together all the time and go to different cities in Europe. And it was so nice to see at a young age, to see other people who dress differently, who speak differently, who eat different food. And it was nice to connect with them and speak with them. And it pushed me to becoming more engage more with people. It pushed me to getting out of my comfort zone. It pushed me to becoming not a shy person, like an extrovert and a free spirit. And then I started traveling alone. I started going backpacking with my friends and by myself. And even after my diagnosis, even after I was told I was losing my sight, I still went back. I still went and traveled, because that to me was an eye opener, pun intended, to meeting people and to opening up your personality to the world. And I always said, my dream is to be in one place with everyone at the same time and be able to connect with them. I just didn't know it would be speaking.
Wow. Okay, so the only thing I heard in all of this is go backpacking. I'm sure if I tell that I need to go backpacking just to become a good speaker and a free soul, my parents are going to have their own opinions and thoughts on it.
Exactly.
But that is one of the very superior ideas, I would say. Just go backpacking, because when you go backpacking, I agree with you. You're just on your own and you're just exploring world from a very different perspective. Now, you have managed to reach the top 3 in the World Championship, but in this room, we have some of the members who are actually looking forward to becoming champions. We have this year's District 124 International Speech Contest second place winner, Toastmaster Jayati Datta, in the room. We have our table topics district winner, district champion, Toastmaster Kashfi Ahmed, in the room. We also have District 126 Associate Program Quality Director in the room. More or less, I can tell you, Maryam, they are all here. I mean, with all due respect to Kashfi and Jayati, I know they just want to hear a few things from you. The question which has come from our district contest chair, Tarun Bhargava. Kashfi and Jayati, this is the question asked by our district contest chair on behalf of both of you. The question is, what are your top 3 advices for new contestants towards their preparations for excelling in speech contests? Top 3 advices for the contestants preparing towards excelling in speech contests.
Okay. I'll give you what I did, because there is no ultimate advice, right? This is just what worked for me and what I experienced. Start now. And what I mean by start now, it's don't put off writing and starting to write a speech later on, because you have the time. You don't actually have the time. And I was repeating this to Scott. Scott would tell me, Maryam, we have time. We have 2 months. I said, no, Scott, don't tell me that. We have no time. We need to be working yesterday. And I was on my computer every single day, forcing myself to come up with something that inspired me. And usually when we write, we need to feel inspired, but sometimes you don't feel inspired and nothing comes out. Well, still sit down and try to write your speech. And don't prepare for only one speech, even if you think you can't even write half a speech. Prepare for 2 speeches, 2 stories. Write down 2 stories from beginning to end and have them stored in a file. And if you can do more, that would be absolutely great. I know some people who say 3, 4, 5 to have in your back pocket, but I say at least 2 fantastic stories that you really want to share with the world. Write those down and prepare them from in advance. And as you're going with the contest, keep working on both of them, even if you're only delivering one. Even if you don't make it through, still continue writing them, because you can come back the next year and guess what? You will have worked an extra 6 months or 8 months on your speech or both speeches that you can do again the year after. So it's that extra work that you're putting into it and the preparation that will take you much further. The second thing I would say is don't try to edit while you're writing. I did that and that doesn't work. It ruins your inspiration. It ruins your flow. Just write. No, even if you're writing. I mean, my speech was supposed to be less than 700 words to deliver it in under 7 minutes. I started with 3,000 words and we had to keep cutting down. And every time we would cut down, I would send it back to Scott and it would get longer again. And he said, what happened? We brought it down to 1,000. Why is it at 1,800? I don't know. I got new ideas. So don't worry about editing. Just keep writing. And the other thing is, what really helped me is listening to other winning speeches. Not to copy them, don't do that whatsoever. But listening to other winning speeches, there is something, and maybe I'm being a little too spiritual here, but this is just how I am. I just feel like I can understand and feel their energy, the way they move, the way they express themselves, the way they speak, the twists they add onto their sentences, the way they stand, like all these little things start becoming a norm. And I used to watch them every single day. I think how many times that I watch Dhananjaya Hedayarachi's winning speech, I see something in you. I think I watched it more than 60 times. And it has nothing to do with my speech, but it was just to get inspired by the demeanor of a champion. What does a champion look like? Well, I want to look like this. So I had an example to follow. So these would be the 3 advices.
We have birthday boy in the room and he has something to ask you. So I'm going to call upon stage our District 124 director. It's his birthday, but he's not celebrating his birthday. He is here in the room listening to what Maryam has to say.
Thank you, Gayatri. Frankly, for Maryam, I have way too many questions. And that's why I won't really go with a question. All I can say is I have heard many people ask her questions in Bahamas. And I have heard the answers. Sorry for the background noises, because I'm out with my family, out on a vacation, so not able to get into a silent place. But I think the way you reply, Maryam, there is a lot to learn. The simplicity which you reply with, that is what I think all of us here would learn and take away, because somewhere you can act like a champion, of course. You have all the rights to act like a champion. But when you are a champion and you have that humbleness in you, that makes you a bigger champion. And you are that champion for us. So best of luck. And of course, you have already given 3 points for everyone. I was actually asked by our semi-finalist before her semi-finals. I think you know Nidhi. You have met her in Bahamas, and she actually messaged me once. At that time, we were not even friends. She knew me as this moody person, which I'm not, of course. She got in touch with me and she said, Zahid, what kind of suggestions do you have for me? And I said, I have never been a contest champion in Toastmasters. For me, Toastmasters has always been about working for the clubs and trying to have growth. But one thing which I have learned is once you become the district champion, there are at least 20 people who will come to mentor you. Don't take that mentorship. That's what I felt. I mean, too many mentors coming in, maybe that's not the best way to go forward. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And Maryam, thank you again for so much.
Thank you.
Over
And
to you,
happy
Ganni.
birthday.
Thank you so much.
so much. Maryam, something that Zahid just mentioned about the way you reply. And a question has come from one of our attendees today. Toastmaster Brunda is asking, how do you keep your energy up while practicing a speech 1,000 times? Have you ever experienced, like, going, feeling a little bit low, or just, going off?
So many times, so many times. You have no idea. At some point, I'm telling you, I promise, I said to Scott, that was 2 weeks before the district. I said, Scott, I hate this speech. I hate it with passion. I can't do it anymore. It's bothering. It's so it became so annoying, and I was so frustrated because it felt like it was just when you get a bitter taste in your mouth and you just don't want to eat that food anymore, it was the same thing for me. And the only way, and I'll give you something that happened a couple of days before the competition, and I feel like I need to read. If I had to do it again, I would definitely have to do that. So it becomes old because, and it feels redundant, and then when it feels redundant and old, you get bored, you get lost in the sauce, and then you lose your spark when you're talking about it, and that's when the energy goes down. And I know that for a fact because this also happened right before the world stage and the world competition. And what happened is that people started telling me, Maryam, you sound like a Disney character. It sounds too rehearsed. Some people even said, I'm not feeling anything. Doesn't make me cry. It doesn't make me laugh. It's a very powerful speech story, but I'm not feeling your emotions. So I knew that I started to disconnect from it because I over rehearsed it and I didn't relive it while I was giving it. So this is one thing, is to live the moment. One thing that, actually two things I lied, two things that really helped me. One of them is, who actually asked me that? Somebody asked me, sat down with me and said, and brought me back. And I don't remember who. It was a man. Anyways, if it comes up, I'll let you know. But somebody asked me, he said, tell me exactly how it felt when you got diagnosed. I want you to describe every single moment, every single thing. Like, even if it's, I want you to tell me what's not in your speech, what you didn't actually tell us. And I was living it. And he said, okay, I'm the doctor and you tell me. And I explained it to him, and his doctor looked at me with his eyes like this. He sat with his arm like that. And then I called my mom and I asked her, Mom, is there anyone who's blind in the family? She said no. And I told him it was the first time that I ever cried to my mom as an adult. Can you believe it? And it made me cry. It brought me back to that experience, the painful experience, which is great. This is exactly what you need. So relive means literally relive the pain, relive the pleasure, relive the fun parts and the not fun parts of your actual story. Ask someone to ask you questions on how you lived it, deeper questions than what you're just giving in your speech, because we all know the speech is only 7 minutes, but you have a big story behind it. That's number one. Number two, I had 5 days before or 6 going to the Bahamas, a comedian, and you don't have to have a comedian for that, but just a different perspective. He's a pretty famous comedian here in Quebec, in Montreal. He came over and he said, you know what, I'm gonna help you a little bit. I'm gonna coach you a little bit. So just give me your, I want to hear your speech. And he sat and he had a paper and a pen and he listened to me. And he literally told me the same thing. My brother was there too. And they both looked at me and said, yeah, you really sound like a Disney character, Maryam. There's something off, And he made every single part of my speech hilarious. He transformed it into a parody. He gave it a whole other vision, a whole other perspective. And I wasn't going to use what he gave me, all of it. I used a couple of pointers, very, very small ones. But what he allowed me to do is to look at my own story and my own speech from a whole new perspective and to feel new feelings about it. He made me laugh. Like, he gave me this hilarious moment that he told me you could use that, you know, when you're on the plane and you're saying, because that was my first speech, the semi-final, about the straw. I asked myself a question in my speech. I said, who am I? And what am I meant to do with my life now? And he said, you can literally go, who am I? Who am I? And then say a flight attendant passing by said, I don't know, ma'am, but you're being really loud. And that joke made me laugh for a whole hour. And the next day, I'm telling you, I woke up and I felt like my speech was different. I felt like a different person. The way I portrayed the doctor in my straw speech was completely different. That was for the semi-final. And when I gave it, everyone said, even my friends, the close people, my mentor said, I don't know what you did to the speech, Maryam, but it sounds like a whole new speech with the same words. So it's really giving it a different perspective from someone else and reliving the moments, the pain, the pleasure of your own story. Those are the two things that I would do to keep the energy up and to keep refreshing your speech and giving it a new touch, a fresh touch, and do it a couple of days before you speak on stage, because that will give you that pump to so it doesn't get old. Don't give it time to get old. That's what I'm trying to say.
Maryam, I'm going to piggyback on this particular point here. There is a question we have from one of the attendees, Toastmaster Leon De Silva. The question is, some people feel that Toastmaster's speech is too structured and speech should be natural. What is your view on this? And just in context to what this person has asked us, you spoke about how a comedian helped you bring humor in your speech.
Yeah.
Does that make the whole experience different, adding a bit of humor in what otherwise would have been a very intense moment?
Oh, yeah.
The doctor portion that you spoke about, the doctor telling you that particular news, giving you that news, to really add humor to that. It was an intense moment, but still to bring out that laughter from the audience. How did you manage all of this? And what about the whole structured thing? Do you lose the connect if it's too structured?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I love that question. It's so good. That was my worry. When I first joined Toastmasters, I realized there was a structure, there were rules, there was a way to do things. And I said, how am I going to do this? This is so rigid, you know? And that's what the comedian realized. He said, okay, what I want to do for you today or tonight, he said, I want you to deconstruct yourself. He said it in French. Deconstruct yourself. It means I want you to just loosen up a little bit. I want you to dirty your text, he said. I don't want it to be word per word. I said, yeah, but you don't understand. This is a 7-minute and 29-second speech. If 1 second more, I'm done and I cannot change it. We're only 6 days before. There is a thing where you have to freeze your design. Do not change a single thing. He said, Maryam, do you trust me? I said, yeah. He said, listen, you know your speech so well by now. You can play around with it. You can have a sigh. You can take a breath in the middle. You can smile. You can look at me, your audience, and respond, you know, like do something that's gestually different, you know, don't be so structured. And I didn't understand him at the beginning, but as we repeated it and he made me laugh and he made me really like play around with my words, that's when I understood what he meant. And so with the doctor, I'll just give you an example of what it means to deconstruct something. That's a perfect example, actually. And I did that in my You Have No Idea in the World speech as well. So in the beginning, I say, the doctor, you know, looked at me and said, you're going blind. Going to university will be impossible. Finishing university will be impossible. Getting around is going to be too difficult. And your career as a makeup artist is over. So those were the 3 things that he said, and I addressed them at the beginning. So he said them a little bit differently, you know. He said, why are you being so literal about it? It's like literature. It's too written. how would a person actually speak? You know, and he was actually a very insensitive doctor, and I really portrayed him as he was. So he said, you know, talk to me, you know, tell me, how would you say it? How would that doctor say it? He would say something like, you know, he would put his hand, he would look around, he would put his hand on his hip, you know, be a human, be normal, be loosen up, don't be too structured. And he said, you don't even need to finish your sentences. This is the beauty of delivering a good speech, is if you add your gestures, and if you do things that you don't need to say in words, people will see it, they don't need to hear it. So instead I said, getting around, difficult. Finishing university, I don't know. And you said you were a makeup artist? Well, that's over. So this, just those two versions, gives it so much more life and more reality, more natural, more authenticity, and that it makes it more believable, but the delivery becomes so much more impactful and so much more smooth. So I think that's one thing to break the mold of the structure. And I really think being too structured is not going to connect with people. So to play around with that. And humor. Please add humor to your speeches if you can. And it's not adding, I learned from many coaches, is to uncover humor. So you're not adding a joke. It's not, oh, it's a joke. It's, where can I put the humor? So in that specific speech, I thought to uncover humor is to make fun of myself as a blind person, because that's how I am. I always laugh at myself when I trip, you know? So I said, okay, what has happened to me that is so awkward, so embarrassing, that it could break the tension if I made fun of it with my audience? And it's, one of them was, I spoke to a mannequin at a store. I said hello, and I thought it was a person, but it was a mannequin. Dating is a huge topic that could be so funny because so many people relate, even though they're not all blind. I said, oh, I sat on someone's lap at the movies by accident. And wherever you can uncover humor, do it. Because if you see the structure of how I wrote that speech, and you can really take it and apply it for, you have no idea, the second speech. At the beginning, it's very dramatic. It gets straight into the story. It's painful. I'm going blind. Then I explained how sad I was and how I felt disabled, disadvantaged. Now people are getting those emotions. Okay, they feel uncomfortable. Oh, she's blind. Oh, it's bad. Then I broke it right away with humor. So you're bringing out a different emotion. Now you're making them laugh. Then on the plane, I wanted to get them inspired and a little bit of sadness again. And then at the end, it's a little bit more dramatic. So you have to keep switching emotions. If you can do that in your speech and make people live different emotions and break the tension with humor, you have got a winning speech. Break the tension with humor. That is a huge, huge, huge thing that I learned from my comedian friend, but also from my mentors and from my whole experience. I hope I didn't speak for too long. Sorry.
Not at all. Not at all. Everybody is making notes, I'm sure about that. And while you were speaking long, there were a couple of people who were not able to take notes. So District 98 webmaster is with us, Distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh, and he just asked a question. Is this going to be uploaded on the YouTube? So since it is recorded, I have told him, Mr. Division F Director, Toastmaster Shobhit Singhal, that it will be. But until then, here is the YouTube link to Maryam Ganni's YouTube channel. One video, there are two videos at the moment. One was uploaded 4 years ago, one was uploaded 4 days ago. See, I have been stalking you. The 4 days ago video that was uploaded was her semi-final speech, The Straw. So the doctor episode, do watch it out. It's really funny. It's really funny and it's really touching. It connects with the heart. Maryam, I want to ask you one question. Like you said, I asked you this question, like how your winning has affected your life outside Toastmasters. And you said it did not really affect in, big way because not many people know about what Toastmasters is. In the same context, there is one more question I have.
Yeah.
Is this winning, like, becoming the world champion of public speaking podium finisher, is it a big milestone for you in your career path? And if this is the big milestone in your career path, what after that? I mean, there are two questions that come in this particular space for the Toastmasters who are in the speaking journey. After you have achieved championship, what after that? And for leadership, after you have achieved your DTM, what after that? So the question to you would be, if this is the big milestone, what next?
This is a huge milestone for me. Sorry. Even though envisioning number one to be the world champion, I realized very shortly after, and Nancy Mavrin will attest to that because she was there, that when I was at the airport, I was feeling all kinds of emotions because it had been literally not even a day and a half after the world championship, and I was still trying to understand what happened and how do I feel and what is this? Is this a big thing? And I even asked her if I could record her because she said something to me that touched me and that really woke me out of my thinking of being in my head. Because we were sitting at the airport, we came too early, our flight was delayed, and we found a place to sit. And then we started talking, and she said, your life is going to change. You'll see. Nancy, remember that? And I said, but yeah, what does she mean by that? Is it actually, how is it going to change? Like, did I actually do something that great? Does it mean anything? Does it mean anything to me? It was a whole reflection, self-reflection. And I realized that when I came back, with all the people reaching out and telling me how my story, touched them, how the fact that I got there is huge and that they want to learn from me. Then I realized, wow, it actually is changing. This was a milestone. This is a milestone. And this is also a huge opportunity to take a responsibility now and to represent Toastmasters, but also to help every single person that comes along my path. And that was my inner mission. That was my mission from the beginning, help people with challenges. And I said, I'll serve and help whoever comes my way, because I know what it is to sometimes not know where you're going. I know what it is to want to achieve something and sometimes having all these obstacles along your way and doubting yourself and losing confidence in yourself. I know what it is. So I thought, I'm going to be there for these people. I'm going to be there for anyone who needs help. And that was an opportunity. So this is a huge milestone. Just being able to do that is definitely huge. And the next part of the question is, now what? And that was, my mentor told me, that's your whole life, basically. You got diagnosed, now what? You finished university, now what? You're third world champion, now what? And he kept telling me, that's your whole life. So I said, yeah. He said, well, you should write a speech about that, And now I'm still processing. I'm taking every single opportunity to help people. I'm taking every single opportunity to speak at any club, any district, even outside of Toastmasters now. And some people ask me to coach them. I'm taking those opportunities too, to see how much I can push myself, how much I can be of service, and where my real skills lie. Where are they? What can I do? How much can I do? And it's just helping me grow as a person. So growth is what I want to do next, is to keep growing, to keep achieving new goals, new milestones. And my ultimate dream as a speaker, and I don't know if that'll ever happen because I'd have to accomplish, but to do a TED Talk, that would be ultimately, even if it happens, if I live until 80 and happens at 80 years old, I'll still be happy. That would be it.
I think TED Talks is the ultimate goal that most of the speakers have. So everybody, if you did not catch the crux of what Maryam just said, what is she going to do next? She's going to talk and talk and talk, and she's going to teach how to talk. Maryam, as something that to give back to the community, the Toastmasters community, here is one question from Toastmaster Bharti Karshikar. She's asking, how can we encourage our members to join the weekly meetings? And most importantly, you spoke about you couldn't really participate in your first year because you had not completed the levels. So how important do you think is for the members to complete their levels quickly, at least the first 2 levels, so that they can embark upon their speaking journey soon?
Yes. Okay. So for the joining, being present at the club, I really think it's a matter of making others feel needed and that you need them. And what I mean by that is it was always the barriers were very low in communication. We felt very good with each other, and I was very open to asking people for help. And when you ask someone for help, can you help me learn this? Do you think you can show me how to do this? Just very simple technical stuff with the club. People love feeling needed. And when they feel needed, they want to come back because they feel like the person needs them to be there for them. And they need to be there. They have a responsibility. They have someone is holding them accountable. And also asking members what they're looking forward to the next meeting. So at the end of the meeting, so what are we looking forward to next week? What are you looking forward to personally? How will you, what are your goals next week for the meeting? So when you're establishing that looking forward for the next meeting, I believe they actually, it pushes people to want to come back. So being there for each other, asking for help, engages one another. That's one. And number 2, I think I'm forgetting the second part of your question.
Second part of the question is more to do with completing levels, because level 2 completion. Yes.
Have a goal. Very simple. Have a goal. I had a goal. I wanted to be eligible to participate in a contest. Otherwise, trust me, I would still be on level 1 today, because I was taking time, and Scott said, Maryam, if you want to participate, you need to keep moving with your levels. If you want to be a better speaker. And he told me at the beginning, he said, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can not do anything and just attend the club meetings and not gain any skills and not have the chance to improve your skills as a speaker because you're not practicing and you're not giving your speeches. Or you can actually set yourself a goal, say, I'm going to finish level 1 by this date because I want to be a better speaker in terms of delivery. I want to be a funnier, more humorous speaker. I want to be a better writer, to write better speeches. So whatever your goal is, have a goal and have a time that you're going to finish your level, because I'm telling you, every speech brings up by many points your speaking experience, and the feedback is priceless. It's beautiful. The feedback I got from my club, from outside of my club, amazing feedback, amazing.
Maryam, this whole segment, I am 100% sure that our program quality director, Toastmaster Gaurav Agarwal, is going to get an edited version just of this particular bite and circulate it among all the members that please come forward and complete your at least level 1 and level 2. Because this was a really priceless advice. Maryam, we are close to reaching the end of, or the conclusion of this particular session. What would be your closing remarks?
No matter what your challenge is, no matter how many times you thought of doing something and didn't do it and felt like you failed before you even started, Or no matter how many times you failed doing something, even if you stuttered while you spoke, even if you forgot your words, it happened to me before the district, even if you blanked out or you feel nervous, do it over and over and over again, and literally be unstoppable.
All right. Maryam, on that particular note, before we leave you, I have some rapid fire questions for you. I hope you are ready for them.
I'm ready.
All right. Ice cream or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Which chocolates?
Dark chocolate with
Your
ginger.
favorite? Oh, dark chocolate with ginger. Okay. What is your favorite season?
Fall.
Cat person or dog person?
Dogs.
What is your favorite adjective?
Beautiful.
What is the most irritating word for you? Oh, rapid fire. It has to be the first one that comes to your mind. Okay.
Irritating words. I don't know. There's one word that I hate saying. Ingrained.
Ingrained. Okay, we're not going to use that word ingrained. All right. Since you are a backpacker, your last vacation?
Well, I mean, Bahamas doesn't count. Italy.
Your favorite pastime?
Pastime? Working out. Kickboxing.
How many languages do you speak?
5.
Can you please tell us which 5?
English, French, Arabic, German, Spanish.
Okay. Are you a music person?
I love music.
What is your favorite song?
Baby, I'm a Star by Prince.
Okay. Favorite color?
Purple.
Favorite actor?
Favorite actor? Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp, because he's good looking and he's good.
Okay. If there is one thing you could change about yourself, what would it be?
Being too critical.
Okay. If there is one thing you could change, what would it be?
Peace and no more hate, no more judgments.
Are you a foodie?
Of course.
What is your favorite dish?
Oh, that's hard. I love seafood. And I really love, I love seafood. I love seafood.
Now,
Like
this is a really personal and an intimate question. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a morning person.
Like early morning. All
Yeah.
right. So anybody who wants to date Maryam, this was all for you so that you know her quickly, what she likes, what she dislikes. Just because in her speech she said she never got a second date. So this was the first date for all of you. Now you can go for the second date. Now here is one more thing that I would like to tell you, Maryam. Your visit to this place has been extremely important for all of us because our contest seasons are just beginning. And since our contest seasons are just beginning, all of our members, half the members are going through that anxiety, including me. What will happen next? How are we going to get everything done? How is all of this going to happen? Thank you so much for ensuring that at least the fear level has gone down considerably. So we are extremely grateful that you joined us today. And I'm going to request you to quickly give a nice photograph for all of our area directors here. I would like all the area F1 director, area F2 director, area F3 director, and area F4 director to please come on camera so that we can have a quick photograph with Maryam. Okay. I am looking for Other area directors, where are our other area directors? Oh, I can see our club growth director here on screen. Let me please spotlight distinguished Toastmaster Abha Ori. And Maryam, she is one of the most elegant and graceful women I have ever seen in Toastmasters community. Sahil Sachdeva, can I please request you to start your video? And I would also request Tapin Sahibi to please switch on their video. And we also have distinguished Toastmaster Tarun Bhargava. Can we have a quick photograph with all of you in one frame? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so kind, Maryam. And since we have our club road director on screen, can I request you to, I mean, just in case, Abha, if you have any questions or if you want to say something.
Hi, Maryam. So what I wanted to say was that I saw you in the Bahamas and you were this pretty glowing girl who I saw on stage. And today when I see you, what I actually notice and what I take back is the pure soul that you are. You are so pure-hearted and you have allowed us a sneak peek into your soul, you know. And the way you have spoken, I can just say that the glow on your face is all due to this inner soul of yours. So do keep the wonderful person you are. I'm sure you'll go places. And God bless you always. God bless you.
Thank you so much. You're putting tears in my eyes. Thank you. Thank you. I love you so much to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Abha. We also have our program quality director, our Toastmaster Gaurav Agarwal in the room. I would like to request Gaurav, if you would like to say something. He has been going through a little tough time with his health issues. So I'm going to leave him at that. And now I would like to hand over the virtual podium to our very loving, very talented, dynamic Division F Director, Toastmaster Shobhit Singhal. Shobhit, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm audible now?
Yes.
Perfect. Great. So, first of all, my heartfelt gratitude to all the members who came in today, and special thanks to Maryam for taking out time for us. We had the pleasure of listening to you, listening to your stories, and I'm sure each one of us here feels very motivated and very inspired. So, thank you all for your time. And apart from that, I'd like to sort of also mention that the core team here that we have, all the area directors and people who voluntarily joined us to sort of drive this initiative, even though they might not hold an official position. Now, that's the kind of camaraderie and the kind of relationship bonding that we sort of boast here at Division F. And because of this coming together, we've been able to pull this kind of an initiative off. So my heartfelt gratitude to all of them as well. And apart from that, one name that really stood out for me, for all of us here, who's handheld us through her experience, through all of this. There have been times where we've been getting together, putting things in place. My heartfelt thanks to Toastmaster Gayatri Deshmukh, DTM, for helping us all along the way, for guiding us, for letting us know. And it's because of this now that we feel more confident and we feel more enthusiastic about delivering such initiatives a bit more. So thank you, everyone. Thanks to the officers that joined us. Thanks to the leaders, and special thanks to the members across the geographies who took out time for us and gave us their precious time. So thank you, everyone. And I hope it was a great session. My sincere apologies. I was caught up in some sort of professional commitment, so I could not be in and in throughout. But yes, I'm sure it would have been a really great experience. Handing it over to Gayatri. Back to you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Division Director. And with this, we will officially adjourn the meeting, but we still have 5 minutes of Maryam. So just in case somebody wants to just unmute themselves and go rogue and ask her something, now would be the time. I would like to officially adjourn the meeting. So just in case anybody has any questions for Maryam, which probably are a little out of the regular stuff, you can ask her those questions now.
And break the ice, I would just like to thank Maryam for this enormous wealth of knowledge sharing and guidance. This really, really helps. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope it did. I hope I did you justice. And if there's any questions from anyone, never hesitate to send me an email, reach out. You can reach me on Instagram, on Messenger. I'll answer you as fast as I can. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy.
I think what I observed today, the Maryam spoke from the deep core of her heart, because the point she has answered and addressed, it was so much relatable. Like she's sharing the practical experience, the aspect, the journey she has gone through and to reach this milestone. So I think that was very touching, and I personally feel then it has inspired me a lot, because when you spoke from the heart, not even in your speeches, when you are in such kind of interview, and then you speak so much from heart and to connect the audience. This is what I feel today. So I'm blessed to have this session today, though I've registered. So thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bless you all. Thank you.
Maryam, there's one more thing I would like to tell you. You met our division director. Would you like to meet his better half?
Of course.
It's one of the Toastmasters. They are like, Toastmasters sweetheart couple. So she's area director and he's serving as division director in District 124.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Same here, same here. Thank
Hello.
you.
Thank you for making it so lovey-dovey kind of a thing.
Thank you so
Yeah, but
much.
thank you so much, Gayatri, for that.
I have a question. Where are you exactly located? Is everyone located, your district, where is that located?
So the District 124, it encompasses regions of India, probably the north part of India, parts of Bangladesh and Nepal and Bhutan. And so this is the region. Yeah, these are the 3-4 regions that we cover.
Oh, so it's the north part of India.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And Bangladesh.
I wasn't sure. And Bangladesh, okay. Because I saw 2 time zones. I saw Brunei time.
Yeah.
And I saw so I wasn't sure if it was many different locations.
Yeah. So the only time difference majorly that comes up is between India and Bangladesh. There's a half-an-hour difference. So we started at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It is 8:30 for Bangladesh.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Well, that's my next dream place to visit. I need to visit India. I've always wanted to visit India. So this
Definitely,
is the next.
we look forward to having you. We'll be happy to host you.
Yes. Thank you. Or I should say shukriya.
All right, very nice. Amazing, amazing. That's very heartwarming. Thank you so much, Maryam.
Thank you. How do you say I love you in Hindi? Can someone teach me?
मैं तुमसे बहुत प्यार करती हूँ. मुझे यहाँ बहुत अच्छा लगा.
All that to say I love you?
Actually, the thing is,
well, let's break it down, guys. Let's break it down.
मुझे आपसे प्यार है. But I love you is not exactly said in general. So when you are saying in general, it's like I liked you. So literal translation is a little tough.
Oh, it's very long. I thought it was going to be shorter than that. Oh, Okay, maybe you can send it to me in writing or by email. I'd like to. I know a couple of words, but I think I love you is a very powerful one. I need to know it. I need to learn it.
Okay, so I'll keep it very short. Let's try and repeat after me, okay?
Yes.
Let's put it in the context. I'll say, मुझे
मुझे
आप सब
आप सब
बहुत पसंद है.
बहुत
पसंद
पसंद
है. So it's
है.
like I really like you all more than the love part.
है. Okay. Okay. One more time.
Sure, sure. Let's do it word by word. मुझे
मुझे
आप
मुझे
सब
आप सब
सब बहुत
बहुत
पसंद
पसंद
है.
है. Yay! Oh, I love it. I need to learn it. I need to. I want to. Indian is very. Hindi is very difficult. I know one sentence. I just know ab kaise hai.
आप कैसे हैं? How are you?
Yeah, मेरा नाम Maryam hai.
Very nice. So we'll send you the timings for our Avadh Hindi Toastmaster Club.
Oh,
That'll
thank
help
you
you
so
with the
much.
cause.
I would love to. Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Thank
Okay, Smita ma'am, you want to say something, please? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shobit. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maryam.
Thank you.
You come here today, and the insights that you have given today on approaching a contest, they are unparalleled of what we have heard or experienced absolutely anywhere. You know, bookish knowledge or talking about contests is something very different. But then this heart-to-heart connections, the way you have mentioned, and especially the transition that you spoke about of adding humor and how speaking through expressions conveys a lot more and connects a lot more with the audience. This was fabulous. Thank you so much. Really loved it. I mean, this is, I think, perhaps one of the best and absolutely the best sessions than one could have attended. And I think I was constantly sending messages to almost everyone in my club to come and attend here and not to miss this. It was so powerful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. I appreciate it. I'm happy you enjoyed it.
I did. And all the very best to you. We would love to connect more.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be shy. Add me on LinkedIn, Messenger, and Instagram, anywhere. I'm everywhere on social media.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Udit.
I'm Ravindra from Malaysia, District 102 AD here. And I think I just wanted to say thank you to the District 124 for, I'm just going to steal a little bit of their time. And I just wanted to tell you that, today listening to you truly made my day a very memorable one, I think, because there is so much to take away from what you have been sharing. And yeah, top of the world, yet down to earth. What kind of person you are. And I just wanted to say, God bless you and keep inspiring us more. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Hi, Maryam.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Ruhul Amin. I am from Dhaka, Bangladesh. So I can't control myself to speak with you. So just few minutes ago, director was talking in Hindi, so I can teach you one sentence in Bengali.
Yes.
The language is different. I love you. Here in Bengali, it is Ami tomake bhalobashi.
Ami.
Ami means I.
Ami,
You
yeah,
means tomake.
Tomake.
Bhalobashi means love. Ami tomake bhalobashi.
Ami tomake.
Bhalobashi.
Hello, Mashi.
Bhalobashi.
Halobashi.
Yes.
Ami
Fantastic.
tomake halobashi.
Bal.
Ami Tomake Halobashi.
Hello, Vashi.
Halobashi.
Yes, thank
Did I
you.
say it
Thank
properly?
Yes,
Ami
you're
Tomake
right.
Thank you so much. I love it.
And
I love it. Thank you.
the feeling from my side, it's really good to attend. And I have written in the text chat box that actually it is wonderful, and it is a wonderful gift from your side to us, and maybe the best one in my life as something to hear lively from your side. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a gift to me. This was a gift to me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have a nice time.
You too.
Okay. In case anybody has any more questions, you're most
Going once, going twice.
There was this one question that came from one of the younger guys here in the room. What is your zodiac sign? Because when we did the rapid fire,
Oh, don't get me started with that. This is my favorite topic. I was trying to figure out everyone's sign as I was talking to them now.
my moon zodiac is Sagittarian and my sun sign is Cancer.
Wow. Okay, that's beautiful mix. So adventurous and at the same time loves home. Both of them. I'm an Aries.
Oh, my mother is Aries.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't an easy.
My wife is Aries.
I'm sure it wasn't an easy life with an Aries.
Most definitely not.
Oh, what should I say? She's right here, so I can't speak much. I'm so sorry. I'll get back on this.
You cannot say anything. You just have to say Aries are the best people in the world.
Exactly. That's
okay. I concur with that.
I can second that.
Life
too.
sorted. If you say like that, life will be sorted.
Life is sorted, yes. I don't want any trouble. So Aries are the best.
So your sun sign is Aries, Maryam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like
I
we have a
don't
couple
know.
of Linda.
Oh, I don't know my moon sign because so a couple of signs I don't know because when I asked my mom, I said, "Mom, what time was I born?" She said, "You think I remember?"
I'm a lot into energy studies and astrology, so I kind of
I love it. We should connect. I love it. I love I think that's something I always loved, but with my eyesight lost, I feel like there's another way to see the world, and this has been my way, you know? So yeah, please connect with me about that if you want.
Yes, most definitely. I just sent you a LinkedIn request.
Ah, thank you. I'll accept that right away.
Ashan has been very quiet. He has been smiling throughout. Ashan, if you want to say something, you can say something.
Hi, Gayatri. Hello,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
This is Toastmaster Miko from Uttara Speaker Toastmasters Club. I'm the VP8, and the speaker before me was VP Pierre from our club, Uttara Speakers Toastmasters Club. I'd like to thank Gayatri for this session, and I want to know when she'll be back in District 124 again for another session. It's my question to Gayatri and others also, and also to Maryam. When can I see you again in another session?
Anytime you wish. Anytime you wish, I'll be at your service. Anytime. Anytime.
I'll be definitely knocking you for our district as well in District 57. And it's an invitation from my side and hope to have a good time with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Anything you need, please send me an email or anything on. I know I have some of you on Instagram. And if I don't answer, send me another email, please, because sometimes it's just I'm getting a lot and they're going down and it's hard for me to find them sometimes. So please don't hesitate. I'm always here to serve you.
Definitely. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Ishu, go ahead.
Thank you to distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. And a big thanks to Toastmaster Maryam for taking out time from a busy schedule and enlightening us with her experiences and insights. One small question for you. You said that you have been backpacking or traveling around the globe. So any particular destination that you would love to go back, or any particular destination that has really inspired you over the years? One place that really draws you back?
I really loved traveling to two places in particular. They really caught my heart. For some reason, I loved the city of London in England. I was 16 when I went, and I think it's because I was always so extroverted and I loved colors, and I was a makeup artist, so I loved makeup, and everybody there had a style that was so different, and it was a busy city with different people, different ethnicities, and it is a perfect example of being in one place with so many people at the same time. I think that's why I really loved it. I know some people don't like busy places. I adore it. And another place that I really loved because of the culture was Morocco. When I went to visit my friend, I thought it was so beautiful. It's a different culture. And I'm a foodie, so that's another reason why I loved it. The food.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That
Next
sounded like a
destination, India.
yeah, that sounded like a checklist perfect for India. To be very
It
honest.
is, right? It really is. A lot of people, amazing, kind people, and good food. That's all I need. Yeah. What is the best part of, in your opinion, the most beautiful part of India? I know it's hard because there's many. I hear that there are many parts.
So, to be very honest, that's what the point is. You walk around 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, things change, dialects change, food changes, people change, the culture changes. So it's very difficult to sort of pinpoint the particular part, but it also depends from a nature's perspective, what do you like? What do you like, hills more, or are you a beach person? Or is it like something which you like to spend somewhere, more like a tropical area where you just want to have some fun? So we have cities as well. So it's a mixed bunch. So, you really have to come and explore and then say which is the one which you don't like. It's quite a mix.
Or you can say, in other words, just spending few days, you can get an umpteen variety in all the aspects.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And so where would you get that? Is it more in the north? Because I got invited to go in May to India, but in Bangalore. This is southwest.
That's correct. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is towards south. Yeah.
Yeah, southwest.
Yeah, but we are not very far. So if you come all the way, just
Exactly.
1 or 2 hours of flight, and you're in the north.
Oh, that's it. 1
Yeah,
or 2 hours.
that's correct.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, great. Oh, then I should come visit you. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, so let's try to work this out. Shobit, maybe
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
see if that's possible.
Definitely. I'll be so happy. Yes. Yeah, of course.
Perfect. We will plan something out. We'll reach out to you for that. Definitely.
Of course, 100%.
Mariam, you can get all the flavors of India in the month of May. Every district of India has their conferences. So
Oh,
maybe
that's
plan a visit to
amazing.
each one of them.
That's amazing. Yes, I would